Hey everyone, Jared, Risky, Ross. What's up? Hey Toka. Oh really? Again? Oops. You just went live? I didn't see the notification actually. Yeah, sure, no problem, Ross. I mean, thanks for dropping by. I'll see you on Discord. Alright, Risky. I got it. I will try not to push myself too hard. I have a compressor. I wouldn't know what you actually call this. Wristband, to actually compress the wrist a little bit just to support it. So it is a little bit painful when I grip like that. Of course, my right hand has no issues. It's just my left hand. It hurts a little bit when I grip like this. So we'll see how it goes after I warm up. And Risky, I hope that your Skeptic Double 22 doesn't push me too hard as well. But I will try to see, if I can play your Double 22. But if it hurts too much, then I will just probably play no bar. And I might need to take a little bit of a break, just to let the wrist heal, and maybe play no bar in the meantime. Just only dang. What are you streaming today, Toka?
YouTube.
Okay, so let's warm up my wrist a little bit and start with something lower levels. Don't think anyone is around, so it'll probably just be me. Hacker is back.
Next stage.
Welcome back, Hacker. Alright, it definitely hurts when I'm holding the bar like this. So I don't know if it's noticeable, but I'm kinda actually playing while holding the bar just like this. So just for support. I probably won't be able to play those songs that I need to grip hard to move my body side to side. So I just kinda have to leave it there like that. If I press it too hard inside here like this, then it hurts. Or if I grip it like this, it kind of hurts a little bit. Now I kind of feel like I'm Iron Man, constantly holding my wrist. So I'm not so sure if you guys watch like Marvel movies. So if you guys watch Marvel movies, you'll notice that in almost all Iron Man appearances, he has this constant tendency to hold his wrist, presumably from a wrist injury that happened, that is basically constantly nagging him. So watch Robert Downey Jr.'s performance right throughout the whole Marvel series, and you'll see there's lots of parts where he will like hold his wrist like that. I think in Infinity War you can see him do that as well. So it's like due to a so-called wrist injury that the character sustained.
Online matching. Difficulty zone single. Level 1. Level 17.
Hi, Miawu. No bar hours. I am contemplating that a lot. Hey, anyways, what you go?
Wow, new
I was telling
record.
the chat that if it hurts too bad, then I will, be playing no bar. Or if it hurts
Next
like even
stage.
more after I finish the session tonight, I'll probably need to take a few days of break to let it heal, especially from my workout. So yeah, then I might be playing no bar. But I can probably still play, I think. I kind of have to grip it around the sides like that without trying not to exert too much force pressing the wrist downwards. It's so painful to play without the bar. I guess that's one thing, but the other thing is that it kind of makes me go very heavy on my footwork, especially on doubles. So yeah, probably not so conducive in an apartment condition.
Level 17. Difficulty zone single. Use online matching.
Have I tried the freedom effect? What is the freedom effect, Bradley? By the way, Alan, what's the highest level that you can play no bar? Just curious. That you can still, get a stage pass. anyone's around today. Anyone here? What's that Korean title? Not a good time to play with my wrist like that, but we'll see how far we can go. He was trying to manage someone. Not too bad. Hi Winnie. Nice to see you on the stream these few days.
Yeah!
Yay, no
I knew
grades.
you could do it!
Still can't get those brackets locked down again though. Dang, HTTP D19 is pretty hard.
Next stage!
It's a no bar though. Full twist? Or do you cheat anything in HTTP D19? Yeah, I think because nowadays a lot of people who are playing online matching isn't really looking for matches elsewhere because of the pandemic and stuff, so a lot of people can't really play at the arcades. So right now a lot of times when I match with someone else, they are literally just those are like arranged matches where they're trying to match with their friends. So the moment they get me, not their friends, they just fail, drop out of the game and go back inside. I think normally it's still alright. I've matched with a lot of Korean players and played with them, but the past 1 year or so, yeah, the dropout rate has been pretty high. So that's what I'm assuming basically. Oh, Winnie, I think the situation in the Klang Valley is getting a little bit better. Cases have been steady. It doesn't look like it, but if you look at just the graph of the cases in the Klang Valley and Selangor, it is in a constant decline. I guess because most of us here in the Klang Valley have been vaccinated, so there seems to be some light at the end of the tunnel, at least for those of us here in the Klang Valley. Okay, let me give HTTP D19 a try. No bar after this. But yeah, arcades are still closed here in Malaysia. It's been closed for I think 4 months, 4 or 5 months or so. I think close to half a year. So yeah, pretty long. It was way longer than I think the first lockdown, if I'm not mistaken. So Winnie, since you are missing Pump, special guest today, do you have any songs that you want me to play? That you miss hearing from Pump It Up? Oh, definitely not this, right? Ah, dang. 2 grades, 1 miss, I think. But this is the D19, not the D21.
Yeah! I knew you could do it!
3 grades. Risky, I think a lot of arcades are still closed in Indonesia, right? Maybe just a select few that's open in certain cities.
Game over!
Winnie's favorite is Jared plays Gargoyle. I think that's everyone's favorite. Still looking forward to that. Jared, if you're still around the chat, yeah, all this jump ropes will definitely come in handy. D-Man, Broken Karma. Wow, Winnie is like all in on this run songs. Okay, let me do one of the D-Man levels.
New tunes!
So Risky, how long has your arcade been closed?
Difficulty zone level 1! Difficulty zone double on YouTube!
Okay, let me try and do this. I would like to try for the single 21, but it probably is going to be too taxing on my wrist because there's a lot of turns that goes from side to side, especially at the end. So yeah, those are probably a little bit too taxing for my wrist at the moment. So let me just try the double 20 on HJ. Searching for more concept in UCSs. Yeah, I think coming up with charts and trying to be creative with it whilst making it still fun to play, it's probably going to be hard. There's probably a lot of concepts and ideas that have already been done by other stack charters. But yeah, I'm sure Risky you can do it. So just keep searching and just keep trying. I'll be waiting to play your UCSs. So let me just warm up a little bit more before I try out your UCS, Risky. Hey Diavolo, what's up? How have you been? Almost half a year. Ah, damn. So kind of like around the duration that the arcades have been closed here in Malaysia. Half a year. One miss, I think.
Yeah! I knew you could do it!
Hi Paul. Thanks for the wishes. I do hope I get well soon. I've been doing pretty well on my
Next stage!
23s and 24s recently. So I hope that my wrist injury isn't too big of a setback. You're good, Diablo. Alright. Good to hear. Java has already opened, but not to my city. Alright. Be patient, Risky. It'll open soon. Hopefully everything goes well. Hi, Wabi. You're 13 and your feet are not that big. Any suggestions? You don't really need to have big feet for heel and toe. In fact, it has nothing to do with feet sizes. If you're talking about brackets, then yes, the size of your feet do affect like the technique a little bit. Of course, with bigger feet, it is easier to hit brackets, but if you're going to go for heel toe, the size of your feet doesn't really matter actually, because we're not hitting both of these at the same time. We're transitioning between our toes here and our heels here. So whenever I'm hitting heels over here, my toes are actually not far enough to actually hit the front arrows. And likewise, when I'm hitting the front arrows over here, my heel is actually not far back enough to actually hit the back arrow. So, you know, basically just make yourself comfortable. You don't have to minimize your step that much. Just make sure that you get comfortable with hitting the reds with your toes and hitting the blues with your heels. And ideally, right, if you're not turning, if you're not twisting the chart, you want to hit the yellow with your heels as well. Though I've seen high level players who, you know, use heel toe for red and blues, but they basically use their feet, the whole of their feet or their toes for the yellow. But I do recommend, you know, if you're just running straight, to use your heels for the yellow. At the start, right, it's going to be a little bit confusing as to when you're supposed to switch between your heel or your toe when doing a twist, but you get the hang of it. D-man. Where is D-man? I think it's somewhere around here. Okay, bad idea, but ran out of time. Let me do that once again.
Hey, why don't you just get up and dance,
How
man?
did I injure my wrist? I actually don't know how I injured my wrist because it wasn't something specific that I did in pump or in my workouts. I just basically went to bed, woke up the next day,
Game
and
over!
felt something inside my wrist. You know, the feeling is like you're trying to crack your wrist. You feel that there's something stuck there and you're trying to crack it, but it doesn't want to crack. So it was just like that the whole day. It was just a minor annoyance, and I played pump on Sunday. After pump, going to bed, waking up, still felt alright. It was only yesterday after I did some back workouts, basically doing pull-ups. Yeah, the next day when I woke up, then it got bad. Like, I can hardly close my grips right now. It's quite painful when I close my grip. So holding the bars right now, right, I'm kind of holding it like this, just to avoid my wrist being pressed down like that. So sometimes it does happen when doing workouts or when playing pump, you just kind of get it. It's not like, you know, I fell down on my wrist or something like that. Small feet struggles. Yeah, but you know, that being said, right, of course having bigger feet does help. It's much easier to move up and down, but don't let the feet size deter you. You know, even with very small feet, I've seen a lot of pumpers here, Winnie herself included, that can do heel toe very well, you know, even with smaller feet sizes. So not really too big of an issue, I think. More of straightforward run, risky. Okay, I will take note of that, especially the ending. Your goal is to lift your feet as little as possible. Yeah. So you want to try and, as Alan said, you also want to try and avoid. Of course, you could be using heel toe, technically, but lifting your feet up this high while doing heel and toe is likewise wasting just as much energy as you hit everything using only your toes. But you might not want to slide so much, because it is possible to develop kind of a bad habit where you slide too much in order to try and minimize your feet movement. That what will happen is that you may tend to slide too much whenever you cross your feet like that, especially during turns, and you may end up hitting bads or goods, especially when you cross over. Because, for example, if you're hitting red, yellow, red, and sometimes you slide around too much, your feet may accidentally drag over the pad in the middle and cause so-called a random bad. But it depends on the sensitivity of your pads as well. If the pads are very sensitive, it's very easy for things like that to happen. D-Man D24, allowing the no bar part to start early. What do you mean, Alan? Do you mean to do the front no bar? I feel that on my knees often during pump days. Yeah, Weenie, I think what you can do, apart from doing some leg workouts to strengthen the muscle around your legs, is you can also opt to wear like a knee guard, so something that can hold the knee in place. Basically, it provides compression around the knee, and it will avoid your knees of being stretched by your muscles, being stretched by the movements too much. So that does help. If you're feeling a little bit like uncomfortable, whether it be your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, your knees, try and get one of those wrist guard, knee guards, elbow guards, and just make sure that it's comfortably tight, and just wear it when you play. When it gets better, then you can take it off. So that's what I usually do before it gets too severe. But of course, if it's very painful, the best thing to do is just not play.
Ready? Open up!
Yeah, Korean players, I think they tend to have very, very good
Difficulty
heel
zone
toe technique.
single. Level 1,
Most of them,
level
at least.
23.
Alright, now that hurt. Bradley watching two streamers at the same time. Thanks for supporting both of us at the same time, Bradley. Yeah, it definitely feels restricted and uncomfortable, but it's better than making it worse and making it ache. If it's because if it develops to be something worse, right, and it's very painful, then yeah, you're gonna be in it. You're gonna have to rest for quite some time. So if you still want to play and it's like slightly painful, or just you have some slight uncomfortable feeling over there, you just have to wear it for a little bit, just to. I know of course you can't perform as well, but I guess it's better than not playing for several weeks just to let it recover when it gets worse. Second attempt, no good. Don't worry, I think because this chart doesn't actually move around that much, it's basically a half chart. So I think it should be fine. I'm probably not going to go so hard at it to try and do 1,000 combos or so, but maybe just a pass will be good enough. Pass with 1,000 combo. Hi Tayo. What's up?
Next stage.
Thanks Kayo, Alan. Yeah, pretty unexpected. And with that silliness at the front, could have gotten like 1,200 combos or so. Don't worry, my wrist is fine. So I find that if I hold the bars like this, it works out fine, as long as I don't grip the bar like this. If I grip the bar like that, I wouldn't be able to finish the song. You will know it very quickly because it is painful. When I grip it like this, there isn't that much pain. Alright, let's go back down to lower levels. Let's give Risky's UCS a try.
Level 24 over. Online matching.
Should be this one. I'm gonna get a quick drink. Okay, this is Risky's UCS, rated at a level 22. I guess it's a half shot. Oh, that landing is hard.
Yeah, I knew you could do it.
Yeah, it's a half shot. Those ending half runs are pretty brutal to do at 200 BPMs.
Next stage.
Yeah, I think I'd be fine with rating it as a 22 or a 23. It does feel like the usual Skeptic 23, 22, because the usual Skeptic 22 is also very hard to combo at the end, so it feels like that, but in a different way. That one's hard to combo because of the stairs sweep that goes side to side. This one is hard to combo just because it's all half doubles, so I don't mind it being rated at 22. or even a 23 because it is pretty tough to triple S something like that. Your feet has to be very fast to be able to twist that quickly at 200 BPMs in half doubles, or your footwork has to be very, very good. Yeah, I'm fine with it being a hard 22 or an easier 23. Something like telling fortune flower is easier than this, I think. Yeah, let me give this one another try. So I kind of know that it's all half doubles as of now. So at least that's not too bad on my wrist. So I should be able to give this one more try. So let's try and get it down to under 5 misses. I'll need to push myself a little bit hard for the ending half double, so we'll see how it goes. You took samples from Hum again? Ah, I see where the inspiration came. The start, it does feel a lot similar to the double 22. Too similar, I think, but from the middle of the chart to the end, I think, yeah, it's pretty good. It's definitely your own chart. Comboed everything at the end, and I missed at a few silly places at the front. 3 misses.
Yeah! I knew you could do it!
Could have been an ass.
Next stage!
Feels pretty good to combo everything at the end though. Those half twists. Yep, good half training at the end. There are not that many half doubles chart at 200 BPMs. Most of the half doubles runs are at about 170 to 180 BPMs. There's a reason for that because half doubles runs at 200 BPMs are very, very hard. But you know, since we are in the UCS folder, so let me just play this one again, just for practice. This is FM's UCS of Sugar Plum, rated at a double 23. it's pretty damn hard. Very technical, loads of brackets. Of course, I expect no less from FFMs. It's a pretty hard 23, but I was pretty surprised when I saw this on Milia's stream, and I think Milia rated it as a 22, whereas FFMs himself rated it as a 23. It's definitely at least a 23 in my eyes, or at least a hard 23, because it's very technical. Yeah, actually I like his charting, you know, FFM's chart. Most of his charts I love to hate them because they are so hard. But at the same time, you know, I know that it takes a lot of skills and they are actually doable. They are hard as heck, but they are doable. As evident by the fact that he basically triple S almost all of his own charts. So they are very, very good training materials. Oh, that's the best I've done.
Yeah! I knew you could do it! Game over!
It's definitely a 23, at least to me. But I played that one pretty damn well, I think. Especially at the start. I did pretty well at a lot of the brackets. So I'm pretty happy with that. Getting better at, I think I'm getting better at brackets and tech in general. I played that one for the very first time, I think about a month ago, and I almost failed it, if I'm not mistaken. To go from there to 6 misses with a really good combo at the start. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Okay, I should probably not attempt levels like those for now. my wrist is alright, but there's a heck lot more movement compared to like the half doubles of the previous two charts. So I did have some feeling in my wrist at the end. So I'm probably gonna avoid charts with big movements like that for the rest of the session. Let me either go to more straightforward singles charts or maybe just more brackets. KCTV. Oh yeah, right. By the way, if I missed out any of you guys' requests, just please let me know again in the chat. My memory is not very good, so I tend to forget things really quickly. Not on purpose though.
Difficulty zone level 1. Level 19.
By the way, Alan, did you manage to finish your advanced 1 run the other day? I think by the time I left, you have like 2-3 more songs to go. Pretty damn sure you could have gotten it though. Okay, this is going to be very painful, so I'm probably not going to twist every single thing. Just trying to pass it, I think. I'm not even sure if this is the correct speed or not. I don't usually play. I think this is probably the highest levels of doubles that I'm going to attempt. No bar. Previously, I think I did 17s, 18s max. I don't think I've ever done 19. I did try to do gargoyle double 20. I couldn't make it through the whole song. Struggled for the last two. It could just be, either physical fatigue or maybe even mental fatigue. Sometimes when you're mentally fatigued, things that might seem easy just, you might struggle a lot just because your brain is not processing the input correctly, just because you're so mentally tired. Okay, no bar D19. Quite a hard D19 at that. This is too high level for me.
Hey, why don't you just get up and dance, man?
Sorry, I think this is way too high level. Alex can move around fast enough.
Game
I think I
over.
should be able to do a 17, maybe 18 max. This is a D19 and a pretty hard D19 at that. I was planning to do like an actual speed run. Maybe I'm trying to get down the folder because if I try to do like the whole of 21s, 22s, it will be a little bit too much. Maybe the 23s might be possible, but I think it's going to take 3-4 hours, and I don't think I can be able to make it through. So I may be able to speed run the 24. I think there should be enough of songs to speed run through the whole folder without it taking in like 3 to 4 hours. Hey Akio, good evening. Do you have another song for me, Alan? I think the D19 is way too hard. My legs can't even lift up fast enough. the way you move around when you're playing no bar and when you're playing with bar, it's very, very different. The muscles that you'll be using, it's very different. So my muscle memory is all, with using the bar, so I'm very familiar with using that. So the moment you go no bar, although I can read the notes, but the reaction time is nowhere near fast enough. And due to the unfamiliarity with the muscles that's supposed to be used when moving from note to note, it causes a huge drain on the energy. Want to try and get combo of my previous. I do already have FFM's Sugar Plum loaded in, so I don't think I can put in another Sugar Plum. Yeah, so Risky, I think I'm good with that. But if you have another UCS, you can let me know and I'll try that on another stream. And yeah, Akio, I'm accepting requests, but I think it would depend on the chart and the song as well, so I will probably not accept charts that something like Wedding Crasher 22 that needs me to pull around side to side too quickly. My wrist is kind of hurting when I push back like this. This is pretty painful, but if I hold the bar like this, it's still alright, so I'm still able to do certain songs. Walls of Dog D18, yeah, I think that one should be fine.
New
Try
tune.
that.
Difficulty zone double. Level 20, level 19.
So just for comparison, Akio, I did pass Demand double 24 with a full combo. Sorry, with a full combo, with 1,000 combo with my wrist. But doing something like Sugar Plum, FFM's Sugar Plum is slightly painful for my wrist. So painful.
Yeah, I knew you could do it.
Oh, Akio, you don't have to go down so low.
Next stage.
Alan is requesting for a D18 because he wants me to play no bar. Unless you want me to do Kokugen at 17 with DJ or no bar. Interference full song, single 18.
Level 18, level 19. Difficulty zone double. Full song.
Okay, I'm definitely not going to be able to triple S this just because I hate playing the song even on the arcade mode. It's not that I don't like the chart of the song, it's just that I don't remember the slowdowns and how it happens. So it's very frustrating to me that I always cannot get the double S or the triple S, because when the slow comes, there goes my perfects. Kokugen with no bar. Okay, sure, I'll try that with no bar right after this. Akio, you can just let me know what song it is, as long as there aren't too much twists or too much side-to-side movements. I should be fine with 22s or 23s. I might not be able to play with to my best abilities, but I think I should still be able to pull through. It is good. The song is good, the chart is good. It's just my preference of not really liking gimmicks, especially the sudden slowdown. I always have difficulties trying to catch the slowdown with this song for some reason. So even on the single, I think the single 20 or the double 21 to 22, I have troubles getting a full combo on it because I keep getting bats when the slow comes. I haven't played this full song before, so I'm not too sure what to expect. But I'm pretty damn sure there's going to be a slowdown still. So I'm holding the bar like this. See what I mean? It's pretty tough for an 18, I think. Feels like a 19.
Yeah! I knew you could do it! Wow! New record! Next stage!
Interesting. I've played Pump, I think, since XC2/0. The first version of Pump I think I played is the OVG, followed by XC2, but I only really started to, get really into Pump was during Pump It Up Zero, because I had access to an arcade machine that was relatively nearby, about 45 minutes away. Previously, when I played the OVG and XC2, the Pump machines were like 2 hours away. But don't really have much nostalgia for Interference and ASDF. Maybe because the songs that I started out in Pump are more like songs that are more akin to Don't Bother Me, Hot, Deja Vu, Chonghua Banjong, yeah, songs like that. You started playing Pump since kindergarten? Wow. Yeah, the ending is pretty rough for a double 18. Everything else is pretty tame, but that one ending though, considering the BPM and the amount of movements it requires, pretty tough for an 18, since it is a full song. Alright, so what was the song again? Single 17. Okay, Kokuben S17 no bar. Hope they're not gonna fall off the pads, because I was pretty worried when I played Walls of Dog, right? Because there are some parts where you have to twist to the side when you go from the right side to the pads to the left side of the pads. And because I'm not used to playing with bar, right? So it does feel like I'm gonna fall off the pads sometimes. This should be fine, I think, at least for a pass. Those flailing arms though. Yay! S no bar.
That's the way to go! Wow! New record!
for the requests out here. Yep, those bursts are pretty good, considering no bar. But I'm assuming the playback
Game
will be
over.
ridiculous and hilarious as hell, watching my arms flail around like that. No bar is always very hilarious to me. I mean, I really respect the high-level no bar players, but it's, you know, playing with bar looks ridiculous enough in pump, but no bar takes it to a whole different level. But the amount of skill that no bar player has, though, my utmost respect to them. Hi Manuel, what's up? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Your no bar is way worse? Alright, you gave me an idea. The next stream that I tune into yours, I'm going to request for no bar. The sister is here. No K-pop for you today, sister. Okay, so I think I'm just going to do my last round, my last 4 songs for tonight before I wrap up the stream. So if you guys have any requests, yeah, just let me know. Probably nothing that's above 23, I think, for the last request. So I'll cap it out at like 22 or 23.
Online difficulty zone level
Yeah,
1.
but then again, you know, playing no bar on singles is way easier than playing no bars on double. The movements on doubles are way harder with no bar. So I could probably pass a 19 on singles, no bar, maybe with a little bit of cheat. But on doubles though, I really gotta practice that. The movements are very, very difficult. Hey, what's up, Irene? This is my last credit, 4 songs, so if you have any songs that you'd like to request, yeah, just let me know. No bar, half allegro.
Level 20, level 16.
It's gonna be a little bit difficult for me to find. Okay, so here it is. I'm so sick, D18 no bar. Man, with all that no bar requests. Okay, so Risky, maybe I'll do your request a little bit later, since the level is lower. So I shall do a little bit higher levels right now.
Level 15, level 18.
Alan is having so much fun with the no bar requests. Too much fun, I think. Okay, Marilyn, although I said no K-pop, but you know, Alan has requested for a K-pop song, so there you go. I'm pretty damn sure you recognize this song. Erwin, I'm playing no bar right now because my wrist is slightly hurt, so it's a little bit hard for me to play higher level songs. So Alan has taken the opportunity to push me in the no bar direction. Yup, A-Think.
I'm so sick of lying. You gotta know that.
I almost fell down there. Too much of movements here in this song.
처음처럼 막 부름쳐줘 너무 느낄 전
barely, I think.
Yeah! I knew you could do it!
Thanks, Rich. I don't think it's because of pump. I think it's because of a workout that I did a few days ago. Maybe I did not warm up enough.
Next stage!
So, yeah. It felt alright when I was doing the workout, but the next day when I woke up, right, I felt a stinging pain in my wrist when I push it back like this. It's pretty painful to push it back like that right now. Yeah, so I'm playing no bar right now because my wrist is slightly injured. I think the past few days when I was doing a workout, especially yesterday when I did a pull workout, I think I was already feeling a little bit of pain in the wrist, and then I continued on with the pull workouts, doing pull-ups, chin-ups. Yeah, and the next day I woke up, it was just painful as heck. It aggravated the injury a lot, so I definitely gotta rest and stop doing pull workouts for now. So D15, right?
Level 18, level 16.
Yeah, no bar is interesting. And when players do no bar, I mean especially for players like me who are not used to playing without the bar, especially on doubles, it looks absolutely ridiculous. Because you're just constantly trying not to fall. So you're flailing around your arms like this, just trying to balance yourself. It looks ridiculous. Actually, yeah, I used to do that, when I had my wrist injury when playing badminton. So my shoulder injury when playing badminton. So usually after badminton sessions, then I come back, I'll just take a bag of ice and just put it here and ice it for a little bit. And yeah, it does help, it helps with the inflammation, I think. So thanks for that. I shall take your caring advice and, wrap my wrist with ice later on. No bar is fun. Do you play no bar though, Akio? I only play no bar when I have to. For example, when I get requests like this, or usually when I'm playing in the arcade, it's Kingston that will force me to play no bar. And yeah, apart from that, yeah, I don't really play no bar. So hard to do jumps with no bar. That's double S.
Wow, you're awesome! Wow, new record!
2 no bar records that beat my records with the bar.
Next stage.
And since here got a lot of K-pop, right? When the lockdown is over, come over to my place. You can train over here. There's a lot of K-pop songs for you to choose from. I think you can actually dance some of the K-pop songs following the K-pop choreography. Maybe you need to tweak a little bit to suit the arrows, but I think it should be doable because most of the songs, I think when you try to dance to it, there are low level enough songs that the steps are sparsely placed enough, so you don't have to follow and step too much. So you can kind of do your own step routines to it. That's the whole point. Hey, what's up, Angel? How's things going? And how's your how are you getting back into comm? Is all the training good? Any other Nova requests, guys? Ugly D15 RS. Yeah, probably not gonna do that, sorry, because I did do too much of Ugly D previously in the past, especially on Mission Zone, because the Mission Zone is basically the D15 with random step. So I don't think I'm gonna do any of those anymore. I did those a little bit too much, and I've passed them multiple times, at least on the mission mode, so probably not gonna do those. Maybe I can try for some other D15s or 16s. Okay, 2 more songs for the night. So second last song, Violet Perfume D13. Oh, that's such a low level. It must be very, very tricky, I think. Okay, so I'll do Violet Perfume D13 as my last song. Well, at least it's an S.
That's the way to go! Wow! New record! Next stage!
You guys have so many waifu, you know, in pub. There's this, there's Gloria. I think, how about Crossing Delta? Is that considered waifu song of them? Angel. I think I did see you play some 22s, right? 22s, I think was it some 23s as well? You look to be doing pretty good for someone that's been away for I think 2 months or so. Do you feel those muscle gains and workout gains, do they help in pump in any given way when you come back to pump? Like maybe in terms of strength or speed or stamina? Haram song. Thanks, Alan. Okay, let me try for one more S with final request for tonight. Final song for tonight, Violet Perfume Double 13.
Level 15. Level 13.
Has it been re-rated? I don't think I see Violet Perfume over here. Maybe a double
Level
13.
13.
Crossing Delta is still your favorite. I think just in general, Pump has a lot of very good character designs. In general, you know, maybe about 80% of the BGA. I think that BGA is a lot. Pump BGA in general is much higher quality than what you'd find in another game like DDR, which barely has any BGA to boot. Strength gains don't cross over well to Pump. Ah, I see. I think when you are, you know, working out alongside playing Pump, I think they do help. But if you stop Pump and just focus on strength, yeah, then probably it doesn't really help much. Napalm waifu. I don't even remember the BGA for Napalm. Nice one.
Wow, you're awesome! Wow, new record!
You don't believe it's detrimental, just not helpful? Alright. So would you
Game
think
over!
that if you play Pump and not workout, it would be an even better option? Do you think so? Gloria Waifu is very love. I think Gloria Waifu is just a nice mix of innocence, a little bit, a touch of haram, and you know, all those sprinkled in together with an epic music. Thanks, Angel. Thanks, Alan. No bar king, no, I think I'm still very far from it. I have to use a lot of toes when I'm going no bar, because I'm already not familiar enough with using my heels here when playing with bar, so it definitely doesn't translate well to playing with no bar. So if you rewind my video and watch how I play No Bar just now on that song, I kind of almost use toes for the whole of the song because I can't reach it using my heels. At least not as of now. It's gonna take a lot of practice if I'm gonna do fully heel toes with no bar. Usually no bar for this chart. Oh, nice. Yeah, and actually no bar is a very good practice for just balanced foot speed and stamina in general. But then again, I still dislike playing no bar. I should play more of it, but yeah, I always find an excuse not to play, so I gotta work on that. She's getting the worst genre? Really? I mean, the BGA and the music kinda doesn't match a little bit, but I don't mind. The music is really epic. It is a nice BGA. I don't have much to complain about it. I'd say pump and no workout maybe not the best because your health will take a hit. Alright, pump and cardio based workout for maximum gains, maximum pump gains. Interesting. I do workouts, but I don't focus 100% on strength. It's kind of a lot of compound training and more on like repetitions rather than just pure strength gains, because if I'd like to go for pure strength gains, I'd probably do much less reps, maybe 3 to 5 reps or so. But currently I'm doing 8 to 12 reps depending on what I'm doing, just because I'm working out to maximize my gains for pump. So that's basically how I do my workouts and how I structure my workouts around improvements in pump. It used to be the other way around where I play pump. I mean, I do play competitively, but my focus was more on working out, whereas now my focus is on pump, trying to improve and being the best that I can in pump. So my workouts are now based off of trying to improve in pump rather than the other way around. But yeah, I agree. It depends on your goals. Are you trying to get bigger? Are you trying to get stronger? Are you trying to pass as high level songs as you can in pump? Only a man of culture know what meaning of Gloria BGA. Oh, really? To be honest, I never really analyzed the BGA, so I don't really know if it has any hidden meanings or not. Could be. Probably I gotta rewatch that BGA to focus on the notes a lot of the times. I just know that there's a guy in there and there's a girl in there and there's fire behind the girl at one point, and yeah, that's about it. Pump plus endurance-based weightlifting. Alright, but is your main goal right now to gain strength or gain muscles, Angel? Or is it even work, or is it even pump? Are you trying to improve as much as you can in pump, or would that just be more of your cardio? Higher reps, less rest in between. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So not the ideal way to reach maximum strength or to gain maximum muscle size, but it definitely helps a lot in pump, especially doing leg workouts. Yeah, my leg has gotten bigger, but that being said, right, I do feel the size of my legs and the weight of my legs is more than offset by the muscle gain that I get out of it. So I still can move faster and have more stamina to do it, even though I did gain a little bit of muscle mass and as such weight from it. But it's more than offset by the gains in the actual strength to move my legs around and to endure higher level songs. Just intermezzo. Well, what do you mean, risky? Pump is not even in my goals. Ah, dang. Well, for someone who doesn't have pump in his goals, I think for someone who doesn't have pump in their goals, I think you're still doing very, very well in pump. So hats off to you, man, Angel. Trying to hit 500 kilos. I think you mentioned that you were trying to hit, 1,000 pounds. You got 1,000 pounds, right? So now you're trying to get 500 kilograms. How far are you? How close are you to 500 kilograms right now? £1,045, so about 57 pounds to go. 57 pounds would be about 23, 24 kilograms, I think. So if you split that up between squats, bench presses and deadlifts, I think it sounds very doable for you. I think 26 kilograms away, yeah, that's about it. For me, the hardest would be to add 5 kilograms in bench press, even much less 10 kilograms. That would be pretty hard to do. Adding 10 kilograms on my bench press, on my squats or deadlifts, I think, yeah, that seems pretty attainable. So if I would focus more on adding weights onto my squats and bench presses, squats and deadlifts. I don't know why I keep saying bench presses. Yeah, probably I'm not too good at my bench press. So does my wrist still hurt right now? It's about the same as when I started, so it's not worse off, which is a good thing, I guess. I will stop doing my workouts that involves my wrist, but in terms of playing pump, I'll probably just do lower level songs, maybe play a little bit of no bar, or if I have to hold the bar, I'll just hold it like that right now, rather than doing this. This kind of hurts, but it's not worse than when I started off, so I think, yeah, seems fine. And I'm wearing this wrist guard as well to compress my wrist, so that does help a little bit. Any tips for me to losing some weight? There is, to me, right, there is no silver bullet for losing weight, so it is a matter of calories in and calories out. So if you eat less and you burn more calories than you are eating, then you will be losing weight. But that being said, right, because you're consuming less than what your body is burning, so you will feel a little bit hungry. So you kind of need to get used to that feeling. But my tip, right, my main tip for you is, one, to drink lots of water before and after a meal. That tends to help make you feel a little bit more full. Try to use maybe smaller bowls, smaller plates, maybe even smaller spoon. That kind of helps psychologically to help you feel like you're eating more, or help you feel a little bit fuller, rather than eating gigantic plates and gigantic bowls. And most importantly, right, is try not to crash course a diet. Try to lose 5 kilograms in a month. Even if you can make it, I've seen too many of my friends who basically just bounce right back up after that. So they may be able to achieve that 5 kilogram weight loss, but right after that they just bounce right back. So it's better to take it slow and steady. Maybe at a weight loss of 1, maximum 2 kilograms a month. I think 1 kilogram a month is actually more than good enough. So it's a long journey, right? You did not gain your weight in a matter of weeks. You gain your weight in a matter of months, maybe years. So you are going to want to try and take it slow and lose your weight in the span of months, maybe even years, depending on how much weight you want to lose. Don't try and just lose it all within the span of a few weeks or maybe even a month. Walk. Yeah, walking is a very good suggestion. If you can't have access to pump, walk a lot, increase your heart, anything that increases your heart rate, walking is good. And if you can jog, or if you like jogging, go for a jog. But of course, if you have access to pump, then play more pump. But I understand that that's going to be quite difficult given the circumstances right now. So we got to work within the boundaries that we can. So yeah, all those tips that we have mentioned just now. Okay, yeah. So thanks everyone for tuning in today. Good chit chat session. I think I did a lot of no bar charts pretty well, considering that I don't play no bar at all. Had some S's and double S's. I had a single 17S. I think it was Kokugen. Single 17S, no bar. So that was pretty good. I played pretty well. I had a what do you call this? D-man double 24, 1000 combo, 1040 combo. Yep, I did that, and with a stage pass earlier. I think that was 12 misses or so. I played Risky's UCS double 22, and I did Fatham's Sugar Plum UCS double 23 as well. Actually, I'm proudest of that because there's a lot of technique and a lot of brackets in there, and I did about 700 combos or so on that song. So yeah, pretty happy with that. And yeah, I think that's about it for tonight. Gotta get back to work. Oh, you're working right now. All right, Alan. Happy working. Push for your work, and go get some pump, ITG, DDR after work. So if you guys are new to the stream, or new to the channel, do consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell icon to catch myself streaming here on the channel about 3 times a week, and we do post videos from our other Malaysian pumpers twice a week here on the channel as well. Do watch our videos, drop a comment, and like the videos if you like them. So your support over there is very much appreciated. And yeah, thanks everyone in the chat here for tuning in today and cheering me on, even though I have a slight wrist injury. So I'm gonna go clear my last project. Alright, no problem man, Risky. Just let me know you have new charts as well, so I'd love to give them a try, and all the best to your project. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Good night, or good morning, good afternoon, good evening if you're elsewhere. Stay safe everyone. See ya. Bye.